Hi, I'm Deborah Dahab, your expat coach and intercultural psychologist. Today, I'm going to talk about some challenges and some issues related to learning a new language. This is something very common. It's one of the most common struggles and challenges of people moving to a new country. So, since this is such a complex issue, I am going to separate it in two different videos. So, today is the first part, and I'm going to talk about more pragmatic and more concrete issues related to this. And then in the second part, I'm going to talk about more abstract and more unconscious aspects related to learning a new language. So please subscribe to the channel if you like it. Please give a thumbs up to the video if you like it, and I would love to hear your comments and know actually what you want me to talk about. Give me new ideas to talk about and tell me your struggles so I can try and help you. So, learning a new language is pretty much obvious when we come to a new country, right? Well, yes, but it doesn't have to be. And I'm going to talk about these other aspects that are more unconscious of our beliefs in the second video. Today, I'm going to talk about how the best ways and some ideas how you can approach this idea and this project of learning a new language. And this is valid and this is relevant for any language. So it's not language specific, so to speak. You can apply these tips to any language you want to learn. So the first aspect is it's important to be really specific. So of course you want to learn a certain language. Spanish, English, Portuguese, French, you name it, right? There are many languages to learn. And it's important to be specific on what will you do with the language once you learn it. So, for example, do you want to be able to write an academic paper, give a speech, or will it be enough to be able to communicate at the grocery store? Or do you want something in between? Something like understand the local news and be able to talk to local friends. So being specific about this is really important because ultimately, if you don't know exactly what you want, you don't know if you got it or not, right? So be specific, be as specific as possible in the sense that it's really important to write down what do you want to do with this language. Many people, for example, move and they're going to work. And that's really important because in a workplace, if you need to learn the local language, well, then you have really specific issues you will have to navigate work-wise, professionally. If you're not going to work, then that's a whole other issue. If you're going to, for example, work online or remotely and be in contact with your home country, well, then that's a whole different issue as well. So be very specific on what you want to learn and what are you going to do with it. I try to avoid the why because I think that it's more productive if you ask yourself, what do I want to do with the language? And be brutally honest because it's only to yourself, right? You don't have to show it to anyone. So that's the first point, be specific. The second one is related to the timeline. So when do you want to achieve that? And is that timeline realistic? So these are two aspects that interact with each other. So for example, if I want to be able to understand the local news in 3 months, and today my level of the local language is 3 out of 10. Is that realistic, really? Well, maybe if I want to put in 8 hours a day of studying and immerse myself, it might be feasible. If I don't have that time because I'm busy working or, moving or adjusting or helping my family move, then how am I going to put that in a schedule, in a timeline? So, being realistic and looking at these factors and these variables is really important because the more realistic you are, the more you set yourself to success. When we set ourselves unrealistic goals, we end up being demotivated, and even sometimes it's a source of self sabotage or procrastination because we really don't believe we're going to get there. I hope that makes sense to you. So these are really important aspects that have nothing to do with grammar, with pronunciation, with listening comprehension, with any of those traditional aspects of learning a language. These have to do with approaching this objective in a pragmatic way, in a very concrete way. So you set yourself to success. And also, you can share these goals with, for example, a tutor or a teacher. So they can give you feedback on, well, maybe you're being too hard on yourself. Maybe you can do it faster. Or if you just tweak a little bit here and there. So it's really interesting to have input from people who are with you in this journey. So I hope this video helped. I hope you got ideas on how to navigate better through this whole learning a new language. And look out for the part 2 of this video series where I'm going to talk about aspects that are more abstract and more unconscious that are equally, if not more, equally important. So thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel, and I'd love to hear from you. Today, that's it. See you later. Bye-bye.